Yo, 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 what is going on, people? Are we live? We are live. We are live. How is it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the NJ Show. I hope you are all doing well. Get your comments in. I refreshed the page and I can't see any of the comments now. So, you guys are going to have to get your comments in so we can start the show. Today's going to be a bit more of an interactive show. I'm going to need you guys to be commenting a lot more than usual because it's a show that it's going to affect all of us in a way or so. Do you know what I mean? We're going to do more of these in the future as well, especially if you guys like it. um we're going to be talking about the next bull market, okay, and how to get involved. Not only how to get involved, but how to get around, how to navigate the market. All right, so it's going to be a bit of a different show. But at the same time, I know that you guys are going to enjoy it, all right? Because this is exactly sort of what I needed when I was sort of hovering around the 2017 bull market, all right? So I'll read your comments in just a moment. I'll read the chats in just a second. How is everybody doing? Let me know where you're tuning in from. Yeah? Let me know where you're tuning in from. Future millionaires. We got the future millionaires right now in the NJ show. Wait for a couple more people to join in. Oof, we already got 16 likes and 29 people watching. Nice, nice. You guys are smashing up the likes, yeah? Well, if you love cryptocurrency, make sure you're smashing up the likes if you love cryptocurrency, all right? Right, so let's read a couple of these comments. So JJ says, hi, hello, NJ. Hello, JJ. How's it going? Good to see you. Piotr says, hello, NJ. Good to see you, Piotr. Thank you for joining. Crypto Mac, thank you for joining. Vinny, good to see you. Thank you for joining from Vienna. Nice, very nice. Phil the Flying Frenchman, always good to have you on the show, mate. Appreciate you. Eduardo says, good morning, NJ and the crew. Excited to be here. We're excited to have you here as well, Eduardo. IK Joe, good to see you, my brother. My brother, good to see you. Thank you for joining. August, good to see you. Fatih says, hey fam, good to see you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Who else have we got here? We've got Gold Max. Max Gold, Maximum Silver, Maximum Gold. That was a dad joke. I'm not even a dad yet. That's embarrassing, but good to see you. Thank you for joining the show. Haragunis says hello mate, how you doing? Good to see you. EB says, hey NJ, when meet up? You know what, it'd be interesting. Maybe in the future we'll do something for the community. Yeah, maybe we'll do some sort of community organized event in the future, but that would be well into the future. It would definitely be some part of the next bull market. We'll see how it all goes. If we can, that would be kind of awesome. I agree, it would be, but we'll see what happens. All right. Kelvin says, hey NJ fam. And Crypto Guy Sweden says hello from Sweden. I would have never guessed you were from Sweden, bro. Nice. Thank you for joining. Nicholas, good to see you, Nicholas. Thank you for joining. Aromatic, good to see you. IK Joe's in London. IK Joe, you live like 30 minutes away from me, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Petit says 20k to 1 mil in the bull market only with your calls. Promise? Well, we're going to be talking about a multitude of altcoins on this channel. All right. Now, when we do talk about these altcoins, half of them will succeed, half of them won't. As long as we manage our risk, we should make a hell of a lot of profit in the next bull market, okay? And that's the whole point of today's episode. We're going to be diving in just a moment. I want to say hi to a few more of you, and we'll dive in just a moment, okay? Remember that this is not financial advice. All I can do is journal my own actions and let you know what I'm buying and what I'm selling, all right? But I can't tell you guys what to do with your money. Make sure that you don't tell anybody that I'm a financial advisor, because this channel will get screwed, all right? So yeah. Kelvin from Sydney, nice to see you, mate. Appreciate you. Music Man says hello NJ, love the show. I love crypto. Love from Sydney, Australia. Oh mate, thank you. That's a lovely comment. Cheers. Appreciate you. If you do love cryptocurrency, smash up the likes. If you love cryptocurrency. Eduardo's from Portugal. Very, very nice. Joel is from Thailand. Yes, sir. I know my brother Joel's from Thailand. UK, but you're from Thailand. And Mac is in Lebanon at the moment. So Mac says hi from Lebanon. Omatsu says, we got GDP in 9 minutes. Yeah, we do. I don't think the market's going to go crazy, to be honest, from GDP. I don't think it will. Today, I think it's better today to talk about altcoins and how we are going to smash the next market using altcoins. All right. I've got 2 tweets that I found which are extremely useful. We're going to go through them and you guys are going to become altcoin experts today. All right. Because we can't just buy Bitcoin. We can't do that. We're not going to make insane gains from just buying Bitcoin. We'll talk about that in a second as well. Few more shout outs and then we're going to kick off the show. All right. Kalayan, it's good to see you. Appreciate you. Adenzo, thank you for joining the show. Manib, always good to see you, Manib. Appreciate you. I always see you in the chat, mate. Always see you in the chat. And EB says he's joining from Yorkshire. Very nice, mate. Very nice. What's the weather like up there? It must be freezing. Okie dokie. Right, that's the introduction done. A good 5 minutes of hellos and loves and cheers. Make sure you're smashing up the likes. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you're new. Let's talk about Bitcoin and altcoins. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin isn't the same as it was in the past. Okay? You can ignore all of this. Maybe we'll get up a fresh chart of Bitcoin, all right? Yeah, this is my macro chart of Bitcoin. So let's get up a fresh chart of Bitcoin. So if we go to like the monthly time frame or something like that, we go here, we do this. Right, now you should all be able to see my screen. So when we're looking at Bitcoin, one of the things that we need to remember is you can't really make the same gains from Bitcoin as you could in the past. Okay? In the past, you could buy Bitcoin at a very, very, very low rate. And even just to get to the first candle, which is all the way in that tiny part of the section of the screen there, it would be a 40x. Okay? 40x. We'd be able to buy Bitcoin and you'd be able to make a crap load of money just by buying Bitcoin. All right? Now, when Ethereum came along, Ethereum went on to do the same thing. You could put money into Ethereum, ignore everything else that's going on in the market. And as long as Ethereum gives us a little bit of a push, we've made a good 50 to 100x. All right. Now, the problem when it comes to Bitcoin is that you can't really do 100x off Bitcoin anymore. Let's say, for instance, Bitcoin comes into our predicted level of around 14K, somewhere between 10 and 14K. We can talk about 10x, we can talk about 15, 20x, but we can't really talk about 100x anymore. If you bought Bitcoin at 10K as an investor, as somebody who believed that Bitcoin would be going to maybe $100,000, $1,000,000, then you could talk about 10 to 100x. But a lot of people in crypto don't really have the time and they don't really have the patience. And we've seen how bull markets operate. We've seen the crazy, insane gains that we get from a bull market. And in the bull market, we want to ride it for the year that it's there. We want to make the money that the bull market is willing to give us then and there. We're not patient. We don't want to be patient. And I don't blame you for it too, because I'm the same. I'm just like you. I'm a human being. All right. Now, in the bull market, with these altcoins, with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, what is the best play to take? Now, buying Bitcoin is good to have exposure to Bitcoin for the movement, for the culture. It's good to have exposure to Bitcoin. It's great to have exposure to Ethereum, but I want you guys to think of it as traditional money. All right? I want you guys to think for a second and just think, in our economy, we do have different currencies. We have the dollar, we have the pound, we have the yen, we have the euro, we have the, Canadian dollar, we have the Australian dollar, we have all sorts of different currencies. We have the peso, we have all sorts of different currencies. Now, within those currencies, we have those countries that inhabit those currencies. And within those countries, we have ecosystems, okay? Businesses that thrive through those currencies. If we go to Mexico and we take a really, really successful company in Mexico, you need pesos to go and buy things from that company. And in order for them to buy anything from you or buy anything from their imports or exports, they need that same currency to buy and sell as well. All right. Now, the concept of that, what you're really doing is you've got a flow of money. Money's going back, money's going forth. Okay. And the business becomes successful because that business is taking a huge chunk of volume or market cap, should we say. All right. Market cap. Good way of using our crypto terms with the current sort of state of affairs in traditional markets. All right. Now, in crypto, we have the same thing. Okay. You've got Bitcoin and Ethereum, which sit at the top. These are the successful businesses. And everything below it are the currencies that are going in and out of it. All right. Now, the beautiful thing about these currencies is when they start off really low, a really low price with a really low market cap. And if these projects can do well enough, then what tends to happen is they tend to do big, big multipliers, huge multipliers that later on go on to do even bigger multipliers. Why is that the case? Why is that the case? Well, Bitcoin being at $20,000, going from 10 cents or a dollar even, if you want, it's a massive jump. All right. It's a massive jump. And to say that Bitcoin is going to do another 100x from here, I wouldn't say it's absurd, but I would say it's something that we shouldn't really be talking about. It's not something that we should pay attention to. We should be looking per cycle. Okay. In the next cycle, Bitcoin can do, I don't know, 100K, 150K. I think 150K is good for the next cycle. All right. I generally do. It could overshoot and go to 250. It could overshoot and go to 500. Who knows? I think it can do 100 to 150. It might do 100 and top out. One sec. But it remains to be seen. Now, with these altcoins, this is where the cash cow is. This is where the money-making system is. Okay? Imagine you got into BNB at 5 cents. BNB, what did BNB do at 5 cents? After 5 cents, it went on. Oh, goodness gracious, BNB is looking. After 5 cents, it went on only a few years later to do around, why is it not letting me do this? Around $650 to $700. Okay? So, as you can see already, it's a little bit different to Bitcoin. 5 cents to a dollar is 20x. It did a 700x after it did a 20x. That's one altcoin. Okay? Pay attention. Keep paying attention. That's BNB. XRP. What did XRP do? A lot of people bought XRP in the 2017 bull market. A lot of people put money into XRP at around 10 to 20 cents. XRP later on from there went on to do $3.40. In fact, it hit $3.80 on most exchanges. I don't know why this says $3.40 here. But that's what XRP did. Okay? That's a crazy multiplier. That was an altcoin. Let's continue looking and see what we have. What else have we got? Cardano. Cardano is a good example too. Cardano was under a cent. Cardano was under a cent. Well, it was 0.02. So it was 2 cents. Okay? At 2 cents, what did Cardano do? Cardano went on to do around $3. 2 cents to a dollar is 50x. So Cardano did 150x. Now imagine you had exposure to all three of these coins during the market, during the cryptocurrency bull run. Imagine you had a bit of exposure to these coins. Bear in mind that you haven't bought any Bitcoin, you've not bought any Ethereum. You know what I mean? You've only got what you've got, just a few coins. And look at the multipliers that you can make throughout the bull market. Now, market cycles are very important. Okay, notice how we have these big spikes, and then we have the dumps, and then we have spikes, and then we have the dumps. You can clearly see that the market operates. There's only a small window of opportunity. All right, for Cardano, that was it. And I can see some of you throwing your altcoins in the chat already. TRX, BNB, TVK. Yes, TVK was a fantastic token. Solana. What did Solana do? Solana, I remember Solana at $1. Solana was at 60 cents, 50 cents. Solana was a 50-cent token, all right, that went on to do $250. We'll look at a few more examples because these are the top 10. You know, we're looking at TRX. TRX wasn't always a top 15 token. TRX was so much under a cent. Look at that. To get to 1 cent on TRX, it would have been 10x, 5x, 10x to get to a cent. TRX went on to do 30 cents. It doesn't show it on the chart here, but it went on to do 30 cents. Okay? So if it was 10x to get to $1, to get to 30 cents would have been 300x. And so it goes to show you that the opportunities that we have in cryptocurrency, as long as you can time them, are going to be life changing. Okay. Now we're going to dive into how do we get on board these cryptocurrencies? How do we do it? You know, if we're going to be talking about these altcoins that have already ran, then good for you. They've already ran. How do I get on board? How do you get on board? How do you change your life? So I found a couple of tweets from respected people online, two guys that I respect in the crypto Twitter space. Okay. And they put out some really, really good information. So I'm going to read that information out to you today. All right. Maybe we can look at one or two more altcoins as well, but screw that. Let's look at this. So during the early stages of the bull market, okay, the very, very early stages of the bull market, what you need to pay attention to is where Bitcoin and Ethereum are. If Bitcoin and Ethereum are at the early stages of the bull market, let's say, for instance, you guys come onto the NJ show and NJ is saying, oh, I think we're about to go into another bull market. Okay. And you've got all your favorite influencers saying, guys, I think we are in a bull market. What do you do? What do you do? Well, we're going to have a magnitude of altcoins that are launching on the market if we do get a bull market. Because there are a lot of tokens in the market, a lot of projects, all these projects that I've shown you guys here today, they all do different things. Okay? Cardano is like the Ethereum for Japan. Solana is a layer 1. Dogecoin is a meme token. Polygon is a layer 2. Shiba Inu is a meme token. TRX, God knows what TRX is. Avalanche is another layer 1. Uniswap is an exchange token, which doesn't get used by the exchange. I don't know, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? We've got massive, massive tokens here that all do different things. Now, in the next cycle, we're going to have the exact same thing, where we're going to have a massive list of tokens that are going to come out, and they're all going to do different things. They're all going to have different narratives. They're all going to have different reasons for what they do, and they're all going to engage and interact with the cryptocurrency community in different ways. Okay? So the first thing that we need to look at when looking at a token, okay, is looking at the team, looking at the advisors. Now, what you'll get a lot of the time is when you're looking at teams and advisors, you can get guys that, used to run this company, used to run that company. You can get one project that has the ex-CEO from Apple, all right, that have come to lead this project, lead the vision behind this group, okay? And that is a very bullish thing. That's a successful thing. That's what we look for, okay, in solid teams and advisors. At the same time, you can get meme tokens all the way at the bottom here. If we go to 95, we'll get, look, I don't know, meme token. Okay, look, Floki Marvin. Okay, you can get meme tokens like this. I don't even know what this token is. I don't know how they got on CoinMarketCap. I have no idea who runs it, but I'm pretty sure that we're not going to get any information about the owners. We're not going to get any information about the team. Are we even going to get a website? Okay, there we go. We've got a website. The Wolf Map. Tokenomics. The Wolf Pack. Here we go. Okay. So notice here, you can't see any of the team's faces. You don't have any real names. You've got code names. Okay? You've got code names, no real names. Now, if we was to go to a respectable project, let's go back to the top. Go to a respectable project like, let's say, I don't know, Solana. Solana's a respectable project. Let's close this. And we go to solana.com. If we go to developers, I want to look at the team, community ecosystem. Let's have a look to see. Do we get the team? Where do we learn more about the team on Solana? It should be under developers. If we just click on developers, getting started, NFTs, gaming, payments, DAO. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, let's not use Solana as an example then, because they've made it super difficult. I'm sure it's there, but They've made it difficult. Binance would be the same thing. So let's try Avalanche. Maybe let's try Avalanche. It might be a bit too. Some of these tokens are a bit. They've got huge market caps now, and they've got huge development, so they don't need to advertise their team at the front of their website. Twitter, Telegram, Discord, view all communities. Oh goodness, it's even difficult on this one. Individuals. There we go. Individuals. This is talking about us. Goodness gracious, this is not easy at all. I should have probably come prepared, but we will figure it out nonetheless. The point I'm making is this, okay? The point I'm making is this. No, Solana does have a team. Solana does have a team. It does. You don't go from zero to the billions and billions of market cap Solana does without a team. It does have a team. And the point I'm making here is very, very crucial. When looking at teams and advisors, what we're looking for is we're looking for people with reputable backgrounds. We're looking for people with a face, people with a voice, people that aren't afraid of their community. Okay? Now, for those of you who are just joining in a little bit late, we are talking about altcoins and how we are going to be looking at altcoins in the near future. When the next bull market comes, what are the things that we're going to be looking at in terms of mastering altcoin pumps? Okay, so the first thing that we've put on here from Capo is the team and the advisors. Okay, now, often be the case that people can get very, very bullish, okay, when an advisor comes on board that is somewhat a celebrity or is someone who is very well known in communities, but for a different reason. Okay, so maybe for instance, you've got a project that is a layer one. Okay, and within this layer one, you've got an advisor that comes on board who is a gamer, a YouTube gamer, but because he's got 1 million, 2 million following, he's come on as an advisor. That's not very bullish for the project. It's very bullish in the sense that a lot of people are going to see the project, but it's not bullish in the sense of how it's going to help the project in any way. All right. So when you've got a team and you've got advisors, you've got to look at what the project does. If the project team matches what the project does, you know you're on the right track. That's the first key component of looking at an altcoin. Can you find the team? If you can find the team, can you find the advisors? If you can find the advisors, what are they doing to actually support the idea behind the project? So I say to you guys, I've got an idea. I want to build something for this to do with crypto, and we want to make it happen. We want to make it come to fruition. I hire a bunch of developers. We're trying to make it become a realistic thing. When people are investigating the project, when people are looking at the FA, they're going to look at what I'm doing or what my team are doing to actually make this vision come to fruition. Yeah? To make this vision come to fruition. All right? Now, again, moving on, we have the competitors and we have the market caps. So, again, look at this. We'll use the top 10 tokens again as an example. Now, Solana and Matic are direct competitors. They're both L2. Well, no, they're not. Sorry. Solana and Matic aren't. Give me another L2. Give me another L2. Cosmos. No, Cosmos is another layer one. Okay, so Solana and Cosmos. No, Solana and Polkadot. There we go. That's good. That's a perfect example. So we've got Solana and we've got Polkadot, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on both of these. And I'm going to look at the market caps for these. So the market cap for Solana at the moment is 11 billion, or well, pretty much 12 billion. And the market cap for Polkadot is 7.1 billion. Now, if you said to me, oh, I believe in the gains that I can make from Solana and I believe I can make the gains from Polkadot, first thing that you've got to ask yourself is, well, what are the chances that my coin is going to 10x or 100x? When you're investing in a project, sometimes you want the market cap to be as low as possible for the project that you're investing in. Now that can have a variation between, a low cap, which is at roughly around 1 million market cap, to maybe 50 million market cap, and that can still be considered a low cap at a certain stage of the market. All right. Now, when you're investing in these based on market cap, the first thing that you look at is you say, well, hold on, I've got Polkadot, I've got Solana. These two are competitors. I think they're both going to go up. Solana's at $12 billion market cap. Polkadot's at $7 billion market cap. It would make more sense in terms of my multipliers to take Polkadot. Okay, I know that makes sense to you guys. I'm hoping it does. If you're new to crypto, then just stay on board, stay watching. It will make sense at some stage. All right, all you've got to do is live and breathe the space, and at some stage, it will make sense to you. Right? So that's market cap. Now, when you're looking at lower caps, say for instance, Polkadot was a new token, and I said, hey, look, there's a banging layer one that's going to come to the market. It's called Polkadot. The ticker is going to be DOT. It's going to have this, is going to have that. Other projects are going to be able to build on it. We're going to have ecosystems on it, etc., etc., etc. You go to me, okay, what's the market cap of Polkadot? Not only are you going to ask me what the market cap of Polkadot is, you're going to ask me who the team are, who the competitors are, who the advisors are. Now, looking at the competitors of Polkadot in this particular instance will be the key thing. Okay? Because one thing that you don't want is a project launching that has many, many competitors. Take, for example, the meme industry. In the last bull run, right? Towards the end of the bull run, we had many, many, many memes launching. There was a meme launching every other day, and every other meme, although they did exactly the same thing, which was nothing, they were gaining some sort of market cap. All right? If you have too many competitors in the space, you're not going to make the gains that you're looking for in crypto. You're looking for something that has a good background, that has a good team, that has a good market cap, and little to no competition. It wouldn't matter if Polkadot launched before Solana or it launched after Solana. What matters is that there are not many competitors in the space doing what they're doing. And let's say, for instance, Polkadot launches before Solana does, and Polkadot goes to $1 billion market cap. Solana launches and it's at 50 million market cap. You can then use Polkadot as a precipice, as an example to say, well, look, Polkadot does similar things to Solana. Polkadot has the first mover advantage, but Solana has launched to the market and it's doing something that Polkadot have done. And it's doing something that Polkadot have done, but in a very, very different way. Being that there are not many competitors in this space for Polkadot and Solana, I'm actually going to put some money into Polkadot and Solana. For Polkadot, being at $1 billion market cap, it's not going to take me very far. But Solana at $50 million market cap, to get to where Polkadot is, it will be a 20x. So that's what it means when we're looking at market cap and competitors. Okay? Does everybody understand? Let me know in the chat because the chat's gone quiet. I know you guys are all listening, but let me know in the chat if you guys understand and if we can move on to the next part. Goodness, the chat has gone completely quiet. Where is everyone? Are you guys alive? If you're watching this recorded, I'm sorry, but this is an interactive show. We do live streams. This is a live stream. So my people have disappeared on me. They've gone quiet. Where is everybody? Clear. All right. There we go. Clear. There must be a delay. There must be a real delay. So the next thing that we're going to look at is a working product. So now we have looked at altcoins that have a solid team and advisors. All right. We're not looking for advisors that do Twitch and gaming, and we're not looking for women that do OnlyFans and they're coming to promote the project. We're not looking for Kylie Jenner. We're not looking for Kim Kardashian. We're looking for people that can actually provide value to the project. Okay. Now, Bitcoin is trembling. Who said Bitcoin is trembling? What's Bitcoin doing? I don't want to get too distracted. I want to stick to the episode, but what's Bitcoin doing? No. It looks fine to me. It looks fine to me. I'm still in my Solana long as well, and I'm still in my PYR long as well. They're both doing good. XRP looks like it's setting up as well. So I don't know. You guys have to make decisions for yourself. I've tweeted it all anyway. Make sure you check my Twitter if you want to see what I'm in and what I'm not. So the next thing that we're looking at anyway, moving along, is a working product. All right. The team need to be able to deliver something that will actually impact the cryptocurrency ecosystem. If they're putting a token, if they're having a token associated with it, or if they've got some sort of product that uses the token, we need to know that this actually works in real life, and we need to know that it works for real. So, for instance, Steppen. Let's take Steppen as an example. All right. With Steppen, what have you got? With Steppen, what you've got is you've got an app on your phone that allows you to go on walks, to go on a jog, to go for a run, and in return, you will earn the GMT token. Okay? That token is then deposited into your wallet. You then take those tokens, you send it to an exchange where that token is being traded, and you can sell your tokens for money. Something as simple as going for a walk, taking the dog for a walk, going to the shop, doing some errands for your wife or your mum or your children, and you're getting paid to do it. Okay? Move to earn was a concept, a massive, massive concept. And believe me, we will see something like that in the near future as well, with drive to earn, sleep to earn. We're going to have more different types of move to earn projects as well. That's sort of one section of cryptocurrency. All right. So having a working product is something that is important. Take, for instance, Cardano. Now, Cardano, they were very lucky because they were so early to the cryptocurrency space that they managed to build a community just in time. But to get a working product out there, they still haven't really got a working product. They haven't got a true solution yet. It's just consistently being built. Now, I know that this can spark a very, very deep conversation. I understand that. I do appreciate that. But we're not here to talk about Cardano. We're here to talk about overall altcoins. The point I'm making is that a working product, the team need to know that they can deliver a working product. And if you can speak to the team, or if you can read their white paper, or if you can look at their Twitter or look at their websites, and you can prove that they are actually building a working product that has utility, that is something that people might actually use, that's another tick off the box. And that's an excellent segue into the next title, which is a real life use case. Okay? Sometimes having a working product might be good. They might have a solid team. They might have low competitors in the game. They might have a working product. But does it have a real life use case? Okay? Take, for example, the pogo stick. The pogo stick is a fantastic invention, allowing man to soar through the skies. All right? But how many of you own a pogo stick? And if you did own a pogo stick, how often would you use it? Okay? So if you see a cryptocurrency that's being launched and it's to do with pogo sticks, it might not be the best thing to invest into, because although it has all of this, it doesn't have this. And if it doesn't have this, it's not going to attract the attention of the overall market. All right? The next thing that we need to talk about is VCs, private sales distributed. Okay? Now, with VCs, with private sales, with VCs, how it works is like this. Let's say, for instance, we have a cryptocurrency project. Let's use Solana again as an example. All right? Solana says, okay, we've got the idea to create Solana. And with this idea, what we're going to do is we're going to take Solana and we're going to bring it to life. We've got the team to do it. We've got the financial support to do it. We've got the advisors to help us. We've got a good community. Let's bring it to life. Now, in order to bring it to life, the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to say, all right, well, we're going to mint all these Solana tokens. We're going to have to sell these tokens. How are we going to sell these tokens? Well, what they'll do is they'll look for support across the venture capitalist world. They'll go to different venture capitalists and say, hey, we are Solana. We know that you guys, for a living, you guys invest in other projects. VCs in crypto, think of it like Dragon's Den. Okay? It's literally like Dragon's Den. Except we're not dragons, we're crypto people. Which is, I don't feel too bad saying that. I like being a crypto person. I enjoy being a crypto guy. You know, crypto is amazing. So they go to these VCs and they say to these VCs, okay, we want you to invest in us. We're willing to give you some private sell. I'm going to sell you these tokens at a very low price. And in return, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to tell everybody that you know that you've invested in us. I'd like you to tell everybody that you know that we are a good project. I'd like you to tell anybody that you know that we are worth the investment. Okay? Now, there is more to it than that, but it is the circle of life. We have to get on board with it. We have to accept it. Okay? It's not a big deal. It's not too bad. VCs are there forever. I work with a VC too. It just is what it is. We trade for a living. We ride altcoins for a living. VCs, they invest for a living. All right? It's just the way it works. VC stands for venture capital. Mm. So when these VCs invest, they're not going to just invest and get all their tokens at once. When these VCs invest, they're going to get a portion of their tokens on the release. Okay? Let's say, for instance, they get 10%. Maybe on their contract, it says that they get 10%, and every month they will get 10% of their tokens for a year. All right? Keep this in mind. That means that every single month, 10% of their tokens will launch on the market. It will be deposited directly to them, and they'll be able to transfer or trade those tokens, which usually tends to lead to a bit of a dump in the market, even in bull markets. All right? So, one of the things that you can do to get ahead of this is you can search for their tokenomics, and you will be able to see when the VCs get their tokens every month. You can strategize. You can use you can wait for, maybe you want to get on board this project. All right. You wait for the VCs to get their tokens. They dump their tokens on the market. You've charted it. You're saying, okay, this is support. This is resistance. I'm going to buy when they dump, because you think that they're selling early. Think about Solana. How many people sold Solana at $1, $2, $3? A lot of normal people like me and you were buying back then. Well, not me. I missed it. But Liz got it. Liz bought Solana at $1. You know, a lot of normal people were buying. But the private sell price for Solana would have been way under $1. It would have been way under 50 cents. You know, Solana went on to do $250, but that is what it is. Same with Polkadot. Polkadot's private sell would have been very, very cheap. But it didn't, when it launched to the market and it was under $1, when it was, I think Polkadot was at $2, $3. Hold on, let's have a look. Polkadot was at $2 at the low. Okay. Now, if Polkadot was at $2 at the low, all right, private sailors would have been up 10x. But that doesn't mean that you couldn't make 100x off. Well, not 100x, but that doesn't mean that you couldn't make 25x off it. Just because a private sailor is involved doesn't mean that you can't make 100x from that token. Okay? Trust me, I've seen it with Floki. I've seen it with many, many other tokens. You can buy on the market. You can even buy when it hits Binance. You know Luna, I'll tell you something. I bought Luna. My friend Ricky told me about Luna when it was about 20, 30 cents. So I bought Luna at 20, 30 cents. And do you know what I did? I charted it. I did all this TA on it. And then I sold it when it got the Binance listing. I sold Luna for a 3x. I sold it just around under $1. I was like, yeah, dollar's going to be psychological resistance. And I sold it. I never got back on board. Luna went on to do, oh my gosh, Luna went on. Let's have a look at what Luna did. Oh no, it's Luna Classic now, isn't it? Yeah, we're not going to be able to see the old Luna chart. Yeah, we're not going to be able to see the old Luna chart. But anyway, Luna, who knows what the all-time high for Luna is? Can you guys let me know in the chat what the all-time high for Luna is? And also, can we get a little like spike, please, if you don't mind? We are at 41 likes. We need to get to 100. That's the motive. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we need to do it. So make it happen, please. And if you're new to the show, please make sure you're subscribing to the channel. All right? Now, anyway, that's the point I'm making. The point I'm making is I put money into Luna, and I sold it for a 3x. It went on to do crazy amounts. Now, those who invested in the private sale for Luna, they would have gone on to make millions and billions. All right, Luna, the all-time high was $120. I sold it under $1. I sold it for under $1. Can you believe it? That's how cryptocurrency works, though. It's fine. You've made gains, you've made gains. All right. So paying attention to venture capitalists and paying attention to private sales, whether they've been distributed or not, is something that's very important. If we are in the earlier stages of the bull market, you don't have to worry too much. But if we're sort of a year into the bull market, you've got to be a bit tentative, should I say. All right. So moving along, influencers. What does this mean? Influencers mean people who essentially influence people on YouTube, people on Twitter, people on TikTok, people on Instagram, people on Facebook. All right. Now, in the bull market, when we're doing our videos, our shows, we're going to be talking about a lot of altcoins. Some will be sponsors and some won't. The ones who aren't, the ones who are, it doesn't matter. They're going to be getting exposure. They're going to be getting exposure on this channel. Every time you guys tweet, it's exposure for those currencies. Every time you guys talk to your friends about these currencies, that's exposure. So influencers are people that can make serious exposure for the project. Okay? Now, what you need to do is when looking at influencers, you need to look for people that you can trust. People that have helped you in the past. People that you know are here to make money. They have the same vision, they have the same ambitions as you do. All right? And rather than specifically shilling the project to you, they're talking about the project because they're expecting themselves to make those gains. Make sense? If you get somebody that's talking to you about a project and they say, oh, trust me, it's definitely going to 100x, that's a red flag. If you talk to somebody and they say, look, to be honest, I invested in this because it's got a solid team, the competitors are very low, it's got a low market cap compared to its competitors, it has a working product already, real life use case is in the motions right now. I think it's going to be big. VCs have invested, but they only get 1% a month or some bullshit like that. And influencers, well, this person I respect is on board. This person I respect is on board. This person who is a fundamental person, he's on board and he's paying real attention to this project. You know, then you can turn around and say, all right, maybe this might be worth the investment. So when it comes to influencers, be very, very careful. There are a lot of people who have absolutely zero knowledge on how this game works, and they come on, they flash their boobs, or maybe they show you their Lamborghinis, and they say, this is how I made all of this money using cryptocurrency, and you can do it too. But typically what tends to happen is they try and sell you something. They'll go and sell you a course, or they'll do something scammy. All right, so just be very careful. It's always good. Look, and the NJ show is always going to be free. Okay, it's true I've got super chats enabled, but the NJ show will always be for free. You guys will always be able to come on YouTube and listen to any of my previous episodes or watch any of my live streams. Okay, and there's no harm in that. There's no harm in that, but stick to ones that are free. Everything about crypto, you can learn it for free. I mean it. You can learn it for free. If you want to get into detailed price action, then yeah, you've got to go to places like Trader SE. All right. But if you're looking to learn crypto and altcoins and you're only about the bull market, then this is enough. All it requires is your time. Can you dedicate and devote your time to it? Because if you can, and if you understand how this all works, you will make money. I've made money twice in 2 different cycles. I've made money. All right. And if someone like me can do it, seriously, bro, how can you not do it? Like, you guys know me well enough now. For those of you who have been tuning in for the last 2 months, I'm a very normal guy, just like you. If I can do it, there's seriously no way that you guys can't do it. All right. So moving along, previous all-time high. So we can use Cardano as an example for this because we used Cardano earlier on. Let's go back to the charts. Oh, we can actually do it from here. So when it comes to Cardano, right? This is a good example for hindsight. Yeah. So with Cardano, it went from under a cent, well, it went from 2 cents and it went all the way to $1.10, was it? It was around $1.10 in the 2017 bull market. Okay. Now, when it finally came down and retraced, it retraced all the way to 6 cents, 4 cents, guys. Come on. It retraced nearly 99% of the move that it did. Now, when a project does that, the questions that you ask yourself all the same questions: solid team, competitors, working product, real life use case, VCs, influencers. Now we look at the previous all time high. We look at the previous all time high and we say, well, hang on a second. If the project still has all of this and they're pushing back, they are really working hard, this might potentially be a buy for the next cycle. Now, you go ahead, you've got all this time here within accumulation to purchase this token. And as soon as you purchased it, look what happens. It goes all the way to around $3. Now, I think Cardano can go even higher. I think Cardano can do potentially $5 in the next cycle. But it will be a case of whether or not the next cycle comes, and it will be a case of whether or not they're still hitting all of these targets. Okay? So that's what it means by previous all-time high. And previous bull cycle, it still works. It's still sort of the same thing as previous all-time high. You go back, you look, did this all happen in the bull market, or was it a pump and dump? No, it happened when the entire market was going. So when the entire market was going in November 2017, the entire market was ramping like crazy. We did have a good spike from all the altcoins that were in the space. However, Cardano was one of the few that really achieved a massive market cap, and it really did build a massive community. So it doesn't matter how you feel about them, they did it during the bull market, and they did it again during the previous bull market. And now we're going back into what looks like accumulation. It looks like where we are here, it looks very similar to where we were in sort of January 2018. Okay, so if we are to get one more dump into for Cardano, maybe into, I don't know, maybe somewhere around 10-15 cents. Okay, as long as we're accumulating there, if it ticks all of these boxes here, it makes you wonder, should we be potentially dollar cost averaging into Solana? All right. The next thing is active team GitHub. So for those of you who don't know, GitHub is a repository. Okay. It's a central sort of hub which developers all around from anywhere in the world can connect to. And within the hub, you've got the code for the project itself. Now, in order to make this platform work, it needs code. And you need to refine that code consistently in order to make your project better, your product superior. You need developers consistently refining the code to make the product seamless, to make the product amazing. All right? Now, when you've got a team that has a GitHub that is public to the community that you can see yourself, and you can see them consistently updating it, consistently adding things every other day, every 2-3 days, every week, you can turn around and you can say, well, hang on a second, my project, the project that I believe in, it's not a project that has been abandoned. It's a project that is being consistently worked on. You don't have to understand the code. You don't have to understand what's going on. But what's important is that you understand that the team that you've invested in, the project that you've invested in, has an active team and they are consistently updating their GitHub. Now, revenue generating, what does that mean? Revenue generating means the company itself is making money from their product. Okay. Now, this is a bit of a tricky one in crypto because we have projects like DeFi. We have projects that fall into layer ones. We have projects that fall into sort of memes. And the way that they make money is through their own tokens, right? Their own token values going up. But in terms of DeFi, as an example, you can use the TVL, the total value locked, as a sort of idea of how much money this project can sort of create, how much money they're pulling into their project. Okay, so this is a bit of a tricky one. In the future, we'll discuss this in deeper detail depending on the project because it's very specialized for each project, but we'll definitely discuss it on the show. And the final two things that we're going to look at here is number one, the tokenomics. Okay? And I can give you an example of tokenomics. Tokenomics that are good, just bear with me, guys, 1 second, all right? Bear with me 1 sec. Hold on. So, tokenomics. When it comes to tokenomics, you have two types of tokenomics: inflationary and deflationary. You have a token supply that can continue to grow, and you have a token supply that can continue to diminish. Now, a good example for a token supply that was going up was a project that I really did believe in. I really did believe in it, but it flopped. It flopped. That project is Daffy Protocol. Okay. Now, I really did. I made good money off this, man. I wasn't even in the private sale for this. I bought this on the market, and I made good money from this. But then they died. Yeah, they died. It just wasn't good. And I discovered the reason why. So the reason why Daffy died, right, was because their tokenomics were built in a way that every month when private investors or VCs would get tokens, they would get a huge amount of tokens. The supply went from something that was very small to something that was huge, and the market just couldn't keep up with it. It went to 19 cents, and then from there, it just continued plummeting like there was no tomorrow. Now, the reverse of this would be a deflationary token, a token that loses the amount the you've okay, right, I'm not explaining this great. A token that loses its supply on a monthly basis. So say for instance, every time a transaction is done on a token, whether it's traded or sent or something like that, a small percentage is burned, right? Over the course of months and years, what you're going to have is you're going to have a token that has lost a majority of its tokens through burning mechanisms, which will mean that the value of the token that you hold will most likely be worth more as long as we're in a bull market. Okay, because tokens go up, projects go up, altcoins go crazy in bull market. Okay, so what we're looking for is we're looking for a middle ground. We're looking for a token that doesn't increase value or doesn't diminish. At the same time, if we've got a token that's inflationary, we know that that's not good. We know that every month tokens will be hitting the market and it will just destroy the price until the project goes to what looks like zero. All right. At the same time, if we've got a deflationary token, what we might see is the reverse. We might see a project where the price is going up consistently. Okay, because we've got a diminishing circulating supply. Now, the weird thing is, I can't give you an example. I have so many examples of these kinds of tokens in my head, but I can't give you an example right now off the top of my head. But I will come back to this and I will give you one. All right. Now, when you've got a token that has a crazy influx of tokens coming in every month, this is kind of what you can expect for the project. All right. And it doesn't matter how good the rest of all of this is, it's all going to go to crap because the market won't be able to handle the selling pressure. All right. So that's your tokenomics. It's a very sort of ghetto way of describing it, but there's your tokenomics. And the runway, what capo means here is roadmap. Okay? Roadmap. What are the team planning for over the course of the next year? If the bull market lasts for a year, okay? The bull market lasted from November 2020 to November 2021. The bull market of 2017 lasted from the bull market of 2017 lasted from around October, November 2021 2017, sorry, 2016. Yeah. October, November 2016 to October, November, December, January 2021. All right. So if the bull market lasts for a year, then what is their roadmap for the next year? What is their roadmap for the next 2 years? How do they plan on surviving the potential bear market? How do they plan on surviving until the next bull market? And what are they going to be doing in the next bull market? These are questions that you have to ask. All right. So that's basically a list of everything that you've got. Okay. As long as you guys can look into all of these, all right, you will get your 100x play. I promise you, I shit you not, you'll get your 100x play. All right. Yo, like up the video, man. We still haven't even gone past 50 likes yet. What's going on? Like up the video, guys. Come on. Show some love to the NJ community. All right. Now, let's say, for instance, we are 6 to 7 months into a bull market. We're halfway through. The market is soaring. Market's going crazy. Does all of this still work? It does. It does. But the way that you look at it needs to be a little bit different. Okay? 6 to 7 months into a bull market, market caps will look a little different than what they usually look like. All right? They're not going to be as big they're not going to be as small as they once were. So when you're looking at market caps now for altcoins during the halfway point, you're going to be looking at tokens that have under 50 million market cap, tokens that have excellent partnerships, real partnerships though, right? Like in 2018, there was this project called Car Vertical. I don't know if you guys remember it or if you guys know about it, but there was a project called Car Vertical. It was the stupidest project ever. And they announced one day that they had a partnership with BMW, and the token instantly 3x'd upon that news. BMW came out and they said, I wonder if we can find it. BMW came out and they said, um, we are not in partnership with these guys. Yeah. Cool. So, Car Vertical, they put out a statement saying, oh, yeah, we are partnered with BMW. The price of Car Vertical goes up by 3x. And BMW come out and say, look, BMW has not entered into a partnership with Car Vertical. The company Car Vertical is using our BMW car data interface available to anybody. All right. So what they did was, it's like, for instance, you guys are in the chat right now for the NJ show, or you're watching this pre-recorded. That means I've entered a partnership with you. That's not how partnerships work. So make sure that excellent partnerships, and it's real as well. All right. Yeah, it was Supo that shielded it back in the day. It was. So excellent branding. Obviously, you guys know what excellent branding means. You can use in it for the text NJ show as an example. Excellent branding. Metaverse or DeFi, that is the future of cryptocurrency. That is what we're looking for. That is what pretty much kicked off the last cycle. I'm sure that it's going to have somewhat of a say in the next cycle, all right? DeFi is going to get better. We saw on the show 2 days ago, we saw Jerome Powell talking about DeFi. So I don't think DeFi is going anywhere. I think that it has a role to play in the next cycle as well. Metaverse is forever growing. We've got examples already. We don't really have any metaverse tokens at the moment that have any sort of real sort of GameFi feels. Like, I was playing the new FIFA yesterday. I was playing Pokemon Legends of Arceus. And when you're playing those kind of games and you see what next gen is all about, you come and look at cryptocurrency, you look at metaverse and you're thinking, this is shit, you know? But as shit as it is, there's a lot of room for growth. And what I'm guessing is that at some stage, we're going to get a RuneScape or Warcraft-like game. It's going to be difficult to build it. It's going to take a whole team and a massive company to do it. But once it's done and they tokenize that, that will be the future of metaverse. All right. Hasn't had a cycle. So what this means is, if we go back to Cardano, so each of these spikes that you're seeing here on the chart, these are cycles. All right. You've got bull market, bear market, accumulation, and then we go up bull market, bear market, and now we're looking like we're going back into accumulation. All right. So if it hasn't had a cycle yet and you really believe in it, then that could be a shout, because you'd be looking at something like this first part here. You'd be getting in so early that the gains will be the best type of gains that you can make. All right. 50 to 100x. Tokenomics solid. We've spoken about tokenomics already. Notable investors. All right. This is a good one as well. So this falls under the VC private sales distributed. Who are the VCs that are investing? All right. When we talk about who the VCs are that are investing, we're talking about two different types of VCs. You can have a VC that invests purely in meme tokens. All right. VCs that invest in coins that don't really go nowhere, coins that they pump and they dump. And then you have other VCs that invest into um, AVAX and Solana and Polkadot, and they invest in Axes, and they invest in TVK, and they invest in even Luna, but when Luna was early. Those VCs, there's a pattern with them. They seem to only want to invest in tokens that go on to do 1000x for them. So when you're looking at these investors, make sure you're seeing names. Like if you're looking at a project, right? And you're saying to yourself, well, hold on a second, I think this project might be a good project. I think this might be big. You're looking at the investors and you see Binance Labs on there. You're going to think to yourself, well, hold on a second. Clearly, whatever I'm seeing, Binance is seeing it too. All right. So it's one of those things where look at the investors that are investing in the project as well, because they will be able to sort of give you some sort of clue as to where this project might be going. Now, there are many cases where you have big investors like Three Arrows who are non-existent anymore, Binance, FTX. They can invest in a project and the project can still do shit. But it's a starting point. Okay. And that's the main thing to look for. And the final thing, the biggest thing, in my opinion, out of every single point that we've discussed today is the community. Okay. And that is not just tokens, that applies to you guys in the NJ show as well. Without you guys, I can't really stream. If I was to come live now and I saw 0 people watching, this stream wouldn't go anywhere. You guys have given me a voice. Okay. Similarly to the projects that launch on the market, they need a big community, people to defend them, people to speak for them, people to support them. Okay. If you go to a football match and your team has nobody in the stadium, no one's going to celebrate when they score, and nobody's going to feel sorry for them when they need a pick me up. All right. So the community is the biggest part of cryptocurrency. And it's not just for tokens, it's for you guys in general, man. I always tell you guys on this channel, the way that I made it, it wasn't through trading. It wasn't through understanding price action. It wasn't through understanding the correlations between gold and SPX and Bitcoin. It wasn't. Guys, it was because of the network that I built. I came into cryptocurrency. I was passionate about cryptocurrency. I wanted to learn so much about cryptocurrency, and I met people the same way that you guys are in the chat right now. I was in the chat of other YouTubers back in the day, and I met people like that. I met people on Twitter. I met people through Telegram. People who are like-minded, who want to learn about crypto. They have similar personalities. They're normal people just like me and you, but they want to discuss crypto at least for a bit a day. When you're chatting to your friend, they're like, yo, what are you saying? How are you? Yeah, what's good, bro? How's your family? Yeah, so how's this crypto thing going, bro? I was looking at this stream the other day and it was talking about altcoins and how to get on board altcoins. Are you having those conversations with people that you know? Because if you're not, then you're not friends with the right people. All right? Communities are what make a crypto person a crypto person. You will make so much guap, like so much cash, if you can manage to harness a community. And it all starts off from a very, very, very mediocre place. That's how I met XO. I was in a group, right? Very early, 2016, I was in a group. I was just learning about how to move coins from one place to another. I was looking at how to use exchanges. I was using Coin Exchange, and I met XO through all of that. And then me and XO, look how close we've become today, and look at the behemoth that he's become. You guys can all do it. You know, you don't have to become a massive influencer, or you don't have to become a YouTuber or somebody that promotes crypto, but you can change your lives. You can smash altcoins, you can trade altcoins. All you have to do is just find the like-minded people. We have 57 people in the chat. As far as I'm concerned, there's 57 people right here. Become friends with each other. Start your own little Telegram groups. Start discussing cryptocurrencies. Take all of the stuff that you've learned from today, from Capo and from Shadow, right? Take all of these things and discuss it with your friends in crypto. Say, bro, do you know what? There's a project that's launching. Let's dive into it. Let's do an FA dive into it. Oh, there's a project that I'm bullish on for the next cycle. Let's dive into it. Let's have a look. All right. Do you guys have any questions? That's pretty much it for me today. Do you guys have any questions? We can do a little Q&A, and then we can sort of wrap up the stream, and I'm going to go to the gym. I need to do some squats today, you know. I haven't done no squats for like a couple days because I've been ill, man. But today I'm going to do some squats. Do you guys have any questions? Let me know if you guys have questions. I'll be happy to take some questions from the NJ community. We are at 54 likes. Amazing. Thank you, everyone. Amazing. I'm glad. We need to get to 100, though. We need to get to 100. So if you're watching this live and you haven't liked the video, you're going to have to like the video. And if you're watching this recorded, you are part of the NJ community. Get involved. Get involved with the movement. Make sure you're subscribing to the show. Make sure you're liking the video. Get us to 100 likes. Responsibilities on you. So, any questions? Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Joel says, what you said today was awesome, man. All truth and great. Thank you, Joel. You're a lovely person. You're always saying lovely things on the show. I appreciate you. I'm glad that you got something from the show today. I know it's probably stuff that you already know, but it's a very good. It's perfect time to refresh it. You know, it's a perfect time. I should have started this episode by saying, the stupidest thing that you can do right now, the stupidest thing that you can do right now as a crypto guy or a crypto girl is leave. You're a straight up dickhead if you leave right now. Like, we are at the perfect sort of point of the market, you know? Everybody's just saying thanks. Nobody's asking questions. Okay, Michael says, thoughts on Daffy now. Mate, I'll be really honest with you. I think it's done. I think it's done. I don't think Daffy's gonna come back. And it sucks. It sucks to say that. I think I had a 6-figure bag in that as well. You know, I sold it. I sold most of it. So my bag was worth, you know, more than 6 figures. And I sold it, but I had 6 figures left when it started going to zero. So I know how you feel. I did think it was going to make a comeback. I even tweeted about it and stuff. I was charting it. I was looking for fundamentals and whatnot, but it just didn't come back. But it's okay. It's okay. Don't even stress it, Michael, because we'll have other Daffies in the next cycle. Synthetics was a how do I look at this? So if we go to if we go to coin market cap, we look at, there are categories. Within the categories, you've got multiple categories here. The one I'm looking for is synthetics. Wait, what have I done? Synthetics. All right. So Daffy falls under the synthetics part of the overall crypto market. Okay. And we've got loads of projects here within synthetics, but I do believe that synthetics will have its gameplay. I do think it will come back, and there will be some projects in the future that will look to compete with SNX and UMA. UMA was another one that Ricky showed me as well. Okay, let's see. So what have we got here? So question, have you seen any signs of new trends for the next cycle? Something that can be a new trend? No, not yet. Not yet. But Now is the time to sort of start not looking for them, but it's time to start preparing. Look, the way that this is going to work, Joel, is we need to find a bottom. Okay, Bitcoin needs to find a bottom so that we can start that boring accumulation phase. Okay, boring accumulation phase that makes more people remove themselves from crypto. Okay, once we start coming out of that boring phase, that's when we can start looking to see what's trending at the time. We're here pretty much every day. We're here 4 or 5 days a week, so we will catch something here. I promise you. All right, we will catch something here. Um, what else have we got here? What else have we got here? Liz is going to watch her Dynasty series. I've no idea what that is. Um, okay, let's see this one. So great show today. When the time is right, can you do an episode where you can tell us which coins we can tell you we like for the bull run, and you could take a look? Yeah, definitely, man, definitely, John, 100%. So in the next bull market, we're all gonna have tokens that we want to talk about, and when I do more of these interactive shows, we will 100% do that. Yeah, we'll be talking about altcoins non-stop in the next cycle. Trust me. Right now, everybody's focused on price action. Everybody just wants to nail the 15-minute time frame, and it's very, very obvious. All right, people are angry because they've lost all their money. But in the next bull market, we'll be talking a lot about altcoins. So don't even stress it. EB saying, NJ, maybe share some alpha on how to get private sales directly or via VCs. Private sales, look, best way I can talk about this is reach out to the companies themselves. All right. You've got to remember that if you want to get an early investment into a project, you've got to ask yourself the question, what can I offer that benefits them? Do I have an audience that I can talk to about this project? Do I believe in the project? Do I have any way to help them in terms of development? I'll give you an example, right? A lot of people that got private sales in the last cycle, they were developers. People that actually came in and helped the project. You know, they were business analysts. Imagine you're a business analyst, you've got no voice in crypto Twitter, but you you get private sale. You go to the company and you say to them, oh, you know, I can help you with your whole business structuring and whatnot. I can help you with this. I can help you with that. They say, all right, do you know what? We'll give you some private sale allocation because you're literally part of the team at that point. You know. What else have you got here? So odds. Thoughts on options trading for the next bull run? Odds in particular. Okay, well look, odds. Odds, if I remember correctly, is an Oracle token. That's an Oracle token, right? Odds. I had an opportunity to invest in this token and I didn't invest in it. If I'm really honest with you guys, if I'm really honest with you, odds, I don't think it's coming back. I don't think it's coming back. I'm very, very sorry to say that. I know that sounds sucky, but I don't think it's coming back. All right. If we're looking at odds, we need to look at Oracle tokens. All right. And if we're looking at Oracle tokens, then we need to be looking at things like Chainlink. You know, that sits at the top. What can odds do to sort of compete against the likes of Chainlink? You know, if we can't sort of ascertain what it can do to compete with something like Chainlink, then why should it have any market cap at all? You know, it's at 1 million market cap now. Maybe it will have something in the future, but at the moment, you know, I don't see any chance. I don't see any chance. Um, you have to remember as well that, you know, where is odds listed? It's listed on Uniswap, Bitmax, Qcoin, and Gate. I mean, you know, if Qcoin delist it, which I think at some stage they would, then it would only end up with Gate, Uniswap, and MXC, which is not very good. It's not very good. It's not good at all. So I mean, I'm not personally going to be looking at investing in odds anytime soon. The volume as well is very, very poor. 385k volume on Gate.io. It's got 30k volume. Uniswap, it has $90 worth of volume. I really don't see any sort of hope for odds, and I'm very sorry, Michael, for saying that. On a brighter note, A0 is one that I think will be bullish if they can continue their momentum. A lot of people are dubbing this next Solana, and my friend, I had a good friend who made a thread, on A0. Let's see if we can bring it up. All right, hold on. So it's near. Just hold on, yeah. Let me see if I can bring up this. When did he do this thread? He did a thread very, very recently. I've got it. Okay, so I've got a friend here. He did a massive thread on A0. Make sure you're following him, Crypto Sivo. He gives you his thoughts as to what A0 is, what it will do, and obviously what it can potentially do over the next cycle. Now, in terms of A0, I do think that dubbing it as the next Solana is a little bit early. It's a little bit early, right? But if it can keep its momentum and if they continue building throughout the next cycle, genuinely, I think A0 will be up there. All right. We'll see if it can go into the top 100 or the top sort of 50, sorry. But it will need some time. I think it can do it, though. I think A0 is a decent investment. I wouldn't invest into it now for sure. It's not financial advice anyway, but I wouldn't invest in it now for sure because we still haven't really found a bottom for Bitcoin yet, and we have to find a bottom for Bitcoin in order to really know if we can find bottom for altcoins. All right. So that's my take on A0. Any other questions, guys? And I'll be shooting off. Yep. FIFA 23 is a lot of fun. I played like 10 games yesterday with my uncle. It was amazing. Liz says A0 is holding well. Yeah, it's holding well, but it's not a safe time to be looking. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a very quick look. From a yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. To me, what I'm seeing here is probably. I mean, look what young NJ said. Young NJ marked this level out very early. Young NJ marked this out. When did young NJ mark this out? Hold on. Around earlier this year, around the beginning of this year. So really, what I'm seeing for A0 is probably something like that, you know, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Maybe we do something like this for however long it takes. All right, and then we do something like that. All right, but it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. All right, we are still in fact in a bear market, and it doesn't look like we're going to be breaking out of that anytime soon. Okay, let's get this one. Thoughts on VeChain yet? Do you think it will come around? VeChain, I think VeChain's. I'm quite bullish on VeChain actually. I like VeChain. I played VeChain in the 2017, 2018 markets. I didn't really play it in 2021. So really and truly for VeChain, it looks like we're getting accumulation slowly. So if we look at something like this, yep, like that, something like this. So for VeChain, what I could see unfolding for VeChain is something along the lines of this. Something like that. All right. That's what I could see for VeChain because they've got all the requisites. And Goldmax is asking for Theta. Yep, I think Theta will do good as well. I think really, really Theta will do good. I invested in a project called EOS in early 2021 because they wanted to be a competitor to Theta. Definitely look into Theta and look at what EOS was trying to do at the time. EOS, they launched, they did really, really well. They've obviously gone downhill now. They've not been able to keep up the momentum. They've not released enough updates. They've not done anything really to really compete with Theta. Now, I do think that Theta will do good in the next cycle too. I think that, I'm not sure about EOS, but I know that Theta will have competitors that will be launching as well because it's a fantastic idea. with Web3 streaming and whatnot. So yeah. So yeah. All right, guys. All right. We'll leave it there. Um, Take care, everyone. Have a really lovely day. Thank you for joining the stream. Make sure you're liking the video if you haven't already. We are at 59 likes. Let's get to 100 at some stage, whether you're watching this recorded or whether you're watching this live. Thank you all. I'll speak to you